I want to talk about GameStop.
Let's do it.
I want to talk about GameStop because this is something that is interesting on a few different levels. We saw something similar to this happen
Kodak
and with what was the other one? Hertz.
Yep.
Genius Brands.
Yeah. So I remember the Kodak one is pretty well documented that I played. We all played. Well, you played it, right?
Yeah, we all did the puts.
We did the puts, and I put the screenshot of the put on Instagram at that time. It was during the summer in July. And at that time, I remember we came on Market Mondays, and I said that, it reminded me of the crypto world a few years ago when the pump and dumps was running very rampant. And I said that, it's created a whole new market for hedging and puts because these things are so obvious that it's going to come down. So if you look at a stock like GameStop, in April, it was $2. And it peaked this week at $159. So that's a 7,850% rate of return in around 6 months. So if you would have had $10,000 in GameStop in April, you would have $795,000.
It's not a bad thing.
A couple of days ago. That's crazy. So this is interesting on a few different levels because if anybody's not familiar with pump and dumps, it's when people, artificially inflate the price of a stock to make money, and then they sell a stock and then the stock goes down. The problem with pump and dumps is that a lot of people get hurt because they get in when it's too late. So by the time that they get in, they're already watching the roller coaster go up, and then they get in at like the last stages, and then once they get in, they're like the last people in, and then it gets dumped on them, and then they lose like 50%, 60%.
It's too late for GameStop now. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Like they did today.
Too late. Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah. So the question. So what is it? It's WallStreetBets.
Yeah, WallStreetBets and Reddit.
Talk about what WallStreetBets is.
So I mean, if people are not familiar with Reddit, it's a subdivision of Reddit. So Reddit is almost like an open forum for people to discuss a multitude of topics. I believe the owner of it is Serena Williams' husband.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a forum to talk about a multitude of topics. WallStreetBets is specific to stocks and trading, and so if you think of it, it's almost like a Twitter that's specifically for trading. And so this topic of shorting, this is how it started. Analysts downgraded GameStop, and they were like, "Yo, we're going to downgrade the price." And I guess it had been living on WallStreetBets for a while, and they were like, "You know what? No, we're not going to let this happen. We're not going to let these sharks keep taking money out of the pool just because they want to short it." And so I guess as a community, people just started investing in it. And so if they don't hit the short price and the stock keeps going up, they can't make money, right? It's like if I have a put, it's a short squeeze. If I have a put at a certain price and there's a community of people that's raising the price, it never reaches the put number. And so that's what's happened with GameStop. It went up 50% Friday. Pre-market today was up 50%. I think in 2021, it's up 270%. Which is like crazy, right? Because if you think of GameStop, like nobody goes to GameStop. Wait. Hold on.
That's not true.
Let me tell you what.
My son pressured me for 12 days
for the PS5
to go to GameStop after he had the PS5. Yeah. He wanted to go to GameStop. Every single day for 12 days straight, he asked me to go to GameStop.
But here's the difference. So how does GameStop make money? Yes, they make money off of selling new games. That's how they make money, right? But their number one asset was reselling used games. And so for years, right, if I had a game I wasn't playing anymore, I can resell it. The markup price is ridiculous. I paid $59 for it. They'll buy it back for $20 and sell it for $50. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And when the platforms like Xbox and PlayStation started doing downloadable games, well, now you killed my business because now people are just downloading the game right onto their system because the hard drive is big enough. They have enough gigabytes. It's just like, yo, how are we going to make money? And so now when you walk into a GameStop, you'll notice that it's games, but now it's like Toys R Us in the back. Yeah. There's T-shirts, there's figurines from the actual games.
You can also buy V-Bucks. You can buy the V-Buck card that's heavy in the streets right now.
Yeah. Well, for those of you that games, do you buy more physical games or do you buy more off PSN? Some stuff is common sense. Like Turkey Leg Hut have more people in it than GameStop.
Turkey ought to be popping. Shout out to you.
Yeah, it's like I went to GameStop and got a PlayStation controller for Xander. It was me and 2 employees. And I'm like, how many people? It's less than 100 people coming in.
Right.
per day.
And so if they
No
not,
volume.
so the question is like from like not even the average investor is like, well, where are they making money, right? Because they're not even going to turn a profit until 2023.
Yeah.
All numbers point to not making a profit for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And so to justify it at 100, you said 159? They got up to 159 today?
159 this week, not today. This week, yeah.
I mean,
Next week. Last week it was 159.
How do we justify it?
It's a pump and dump, obviously, but the greater question is, it's an interesting thing.
It's what
it's like, this is an interesting phenomenon that's taking place with the Hertz of the world and the Kodaks of the world.
159 for the 61.
And small groups of people. It doesn't even take a large group, because with social media, small groups of people can make real ripples and no pun intended, and really push it up. So it's a very because there's laws against this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's when the regulation comes in.
Yeah,
but you know what? It's I don't know if it's a pump and dump yet, right? Because that same group is looking at it like, yo, as soon as it gets close to those put numbers, we might invest in it again to keep going it up. And what happens is, like, when people have puts, they have expiration dates. And so, like, if your expiration date is like January 29th, like there are some, as long as I have it higher than the price, you never make money.
Yeah.
And so, like, that might be.
And traders are coming in and out of it. Like,
exactly.
No one's investing long term in game. Like, it's all day trader volume.
This is it's different. The retail investor has this is interesting. So regulations, go ahead.
And even it's like the stock went up 7,850%. Think about what the option did.
Yeah.
The option probably up 70,000%.
I think somebody made a couple million.
So 30,000%. I think one kid made like millions of dollars off of like a couple $1,000s. So it's interesting because there are ways to profit off of this. Like I said, the puts. The put, to me, the obvious way is the puts.
Mm-hmm.
I did the put on Kodak. That was obvious to see. Anybody can see that happening.
If any of y'all make money when we call that, please put it in chat. So for the new viewers, don't think we capping.
Yeah. So the puts is the obvious way. If you don't get in on the upswing, the puts is the obvious way. And I mean, you can make money on the upswing too. If you're into these type of groups, this WallStreetBets, or if you form these kind of, like I said, I mean, you have to be careful because it's not the best way to go about it, in my opinion. It's extremely risky. It's teetering on being illegal.
That's good.
But I mean, it is what it is. People are making money on it. So
it brings me to a good point. If you guys are looking, because I know my guy is big on AMC right now, please write your targets out in advance. When they get to your level, or if you're using fibs or any extensions, once it breaks 150%, take profit. It's okay. Like, I know some of you think I don't like penny stocks, or like, for a bigger audience, is some things I can't say. Because if I'm like, hey, get in at 20, and they're like, well, I'll put 20,000 in because you said it was going to go up and it doesn't work out, I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to get a show shut down. But write your prices out in advance and obey them. Most of you're getting into some of these companies at low prices, and it'll go up and you won't sell, and then it'll drop, and now you're back and down, and then you end up going negative, and then you're pissed. Like, just continue to follow your plan, but write your profit targets out.
And free speech is illegal depending on who speaks it and what speak. Ask Elon Musk. Elon Musk got punished, I think $25 million, something like that. He had to pay a crazy fine when he went on Twitter and made some tweets about Tesla stock. And the SEC came down on him hard. That's what he said was, it's free speech. I'm an American citizen. I can say whatever I want. But you're not. You can't just say whatever you want because there's the SEC involved. How do I know this? Because I'm a financial advisor. A lot of people that have no inner workings or no knowledge of the financial industry just think like, no, you can say whatever you want. It's not illegal, but you actually don't know what you're talking about. You can't say whatever you want, especially if you're a fiduciary, especially if you work for a company. So what I'm saying is that's why I said it teeters. It teeters because I mean, Troy can just say, I like this company. All right. But we don't know the inner work. We don't know that, if there's 100 people in the group, if one person works for the company, or if one person has an inside advantage on the company, and they're saying this, and they're driving thousands of people to pump this stock, then that is illegal. So to say that freedom of speech is not illegal, it's actually just not true.
Freedom of speech only applies in your house and in small private. Like, go actually read what freedom of speech actually means. It doesn't mean you can say whatever you want to. And yeah, if you guys are getting any illegal information, please remember that time like I was on IG and that girl was like, "Yo, I work at a bank," and I was like, "You never can touch that stock in a million years." So be careful, because you don't want the regulatory bodies coming down upon you for. And I mean,
you know who helped fuel this, man?
Who?
A guy that we should be familiar with from The Big Short, Michael Burry.
Yeah.
Right, like him having invested in GameStop was like, all right, well, there must be something here.
Yeah.
He got it right before, he's got to be right again.
Yeah.
And so like that created hoopla. And then once a community gets behind it, it's I mean, it's an interesting story to watch, man.
It's a trash company.
We know that. No, we know that. I'm just saying the story itself.
The story is interesting, but also too, like if you guys are looking at the same way you can look at a fund, look at the top 10 or 20 investors. You can go through their portfolio, but he's been sitting on the position for a while. I just want you guys to be careful to not chase and stay away from, like, if you don't shop at a store and you don't know anybody that's frequenting that store, leave it alone. Like, and retail is slowly dying anyway. Like, it's over for
a while.
Yeah, for majority of retail companies, they have to adjust. So
yeah, so that's the skinny on GameStop. You can do whatever you want. You want to participate in it? Hey, go participate.
I cannot wait to laugh.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more months.
You want to
my thing gonna be back down to like 14.
You don't want to participate? Don't participate. We're not here to tell you what to do. Just provide information.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop. Bag drop.
Bag drop.